The United States is an example of what happens when lawmakers fail to check crimes. What do you think happens when lawmakers fail to check their kind? Earlier today, the British Parliament was put in a spot. It was told to pull up its socks and to stop the quote-unquote seemingly endless allegations of sexual misconduct. Case in point is a certain Chris Pincher. He is a former Tory whip. In 2017, he was accused of making unwanted passes at a man. This forced him to leave office. Pincher. Earlier this year, Boris Johnson brought him back. He was made the deputy whip. What did he do then? He went on to assault two more men. Pincher allegedly groped them at a club. He thought he would get away. You know, because he had in the past. Did Johnson not know about his predatory past? Well, he did. Regardless, Pincher was put in a position of power. So back to the question, what happens when lawmakers fail to check their kind, when lawmakers encourage / promote / celebrate colleagues who are alleged sexual criminals? The crimes begin repeating themselves, and there's more bad news. Chris Pincher is not a one-off case. There are numerous Pinchers sitting in parliaments across the world. Some are harassing men, most are harassing women, some are even going after young children. The British Parliament alone has plenty of examples. Not too long ago, a parliamentarian named Neil Parish was found watching pornography. Then there is MP Imran Ahmed Khan. He is convicted of sexual assault against a child. Parliamentarian David Warburton. He has 3 allegations of sexual misconduct. This is MP Rob Roberts. He's guilty of sexually harassing a junior staff member. Roberts, FYI, is still in the parliament. What kind of message does it send to other members, especially to the women? Do they feel safe at work with predators sitting around? A survey conducted among women parliamentarians in Africa found that 42% of them had received rape threats. What's worse, they say, is that most of the abuse comes from male parliamentarians. And it's not just the MPs. Staffers too are victims of sexual misconduct. 45% of staffers surveyed said they experience sexual harassment at work in parliaments. 18% received requests for sexual favors from parliamentary colleagues. You may remember Brittany Higgins. She exposed sexual abuse in the Australian Parliament. Higgins, too, was a legislative staffer. In 2021, she accused a colleague of raping her. She said this incident happened in the Defence Minister's office in the year 2019. And this story, Higgins' story, opened a Pandora's box. Soon, Parliament staffers were sharing videos and images of sexual acts, even using Parliament chambers and rooms for sex. The Australian Parliament was branded the most unsafe place in the country. The question is, how did it become that? How is it that parliaments of all workplaces end up becoming so unsafe? A few factors may help answer the question. Number one is culture. A whistleblower in Australia said that there was a culture in the parliament of men thinking they can do whatever they want. Number two is power. Over the years, it has become inversely proportional to accountability. The more powerful you are, the less likely you are to be held accountable. Powerful predators think they can get away, and most of them do. So they end up acting with impunity. They create a culture of sexism, of misogyny. They harass colleagues at work. How do you stop this? The seemingly endless series and stories of toxic parliaments. How do you make parliament safe? By sealing legal loopholes. In the UK, for example, laws forbid a bankrupt person from running for office. But a convicted sexual offender can go ahead. In India, politicians with criminal cases are banned from contesting elections for 6 years. After that, they can run for office again. You see, it is not just Parliament that reflects the mandate of the country. The country too mirrors what happens in the Parliament. If parliamentarians continue to get away with sexual misconduct, sexual offenders outside cannot be expected to be brought to justice. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.